Hello and welcome everyone. This is Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and we're going to now give you the Libra New Moon podcast. This is a Libra New Moon that's going to occur on October 6th, 2021, and it's going to occur at 11:06 a.m. in the morning. We're using Universal Time Coordinated and we're using Tropical Astrology. So this Libra New Moon is to a time of great reflection and the psychic ability that occurs during the new moon, when the moon is in a concealed state, when the light is concealed. This is a time when you're going to want to take those Libra natural 7th house attributes of law and commitment, and you're going to want to sort of put a veil over that aspect. So if you have plans, especially artistic plans, during this particular Libra new moon, because of the Lunar Mansion involved, and we'll get to that after we're done talking about the general new moon information and doing the psychic astrology. We're going to get to the lunar mansions and the angel to invoke and all of that. But for now, during this particular new moon, because of all the attributes and all the other planetary and lunar mansion attributes, you're going to want to focus on the artistic part of this. So on the right brain symbols, the symbolic types of presentations, you're going to want to keep plans for artistic projects secret for now, for the time being, until we get to the waxing crescent moon. So during the time when we're going from the waning moon to the new moon, before the new moon and during the new moon, you're going to want to keep any of your plans, any of your designs for artistic projects, artistic venues. You're going to want to keep it secret, keep it clandestine for the time being, for now. The new moon has this effect. So it's very important that you don't tell everybody what your plans are during this time. And again, this is not just for people that are artists. This is also for anybody that's a musician or anybody that's a writer and anybody that's making videos or making any kind of social media presentation. Even if you just do a tweet, or you post something on Facebook, or you load up some kind of a video or a podcast, or a live stream to YouTube, anything you do like that is considered an artistic expression. For example, even a new medication that somebody comes up with, that's an artistic expression, because even the science of medicine is actually a science and it's an art. It's an art and a science. Actually, medicine is considered to be an art first and foremost. There's a certain intuition that has to come with the practice of medicine. The same goes for if you're doing astrology. The same comes for most careers, most vocations, most hobbies have an artistic expression. So this is the time to not let everybody know, not let really anybody except those who are on a need-to-know basis. You're going to want to keep these types of situations clandestine, covert, on a need-to-know basis, and just for the time being, keep it under your hat. All right. Now, to get to the Lunar Mansion portion of this podcast, we're going to again give you the angel, the Lunar Mansion involved, because lunar mansions sometimes overlap different signs of the zodiac. And so it's important that you know which lunar mansion is occurring, because of that overlap that does happen once in a while. Now, regarding this lunar mansion specifically, this is going to be the portion which is the Wish Upon a Star lunar horoscope. And this is for the Wednesday, October 6th, 2021. The moon transits the 16th mansion at 10:09 hours, so that's 10:09 a.m., and that's again Universal Time Coordinated Tropical Astrology. For the new moon at 0% light is going to be potent for utilizing what is considered new moon magic. Would be when it's good for completing receptive magic spells and beginning plans for the if you're going to make plans for beginning projects in projective magic. So the new moon is a time to finish or complete your receptive magic spells. This receptive magic are things you want to receive, like love or money or wealth or good luck, and you want to begin to make plans for projective magic rituals, things that you want to have, you want to project onto other people. So if you want to make a picture that you want others to get that message and imprint it upon them, that's projective magic. If you want to receive it to yourself, then it's a picture you would make for yourself. So for the self, it's receptive. For others, it's projective. Okay? And if you need to know the phase of the moon when you're doing this, otherwise, and you need to know what sign and what mansion the moon's in, so you have the right tool for the right job. Otherwise, you're just spitballing. You're not doing it right if you're just doing it in a generalized format. You don't want to be lazy with your magic, because magic works, and lunar magic works fast. So you want to know what you're doing. So now, to get to this portion, Luna will be in Libra, 12 degrees, 51 minutes, 22 seconds, to Libra, 25 degrees, 42 minutes, 51 seconds. That's according to Abraham. The star to wish upon inside the 16th mansion of the moon, or Al-Jubana, is named Alpha Librae. That's the star. And the mansion is called Al-Jubana or Al-Zubana with a Z or a J. And the star is named Alpha Librae, also called Zubin el-Janudi. That's according to Warnock, though. Or Zubin el-Janubi, according to modern Western astronomy. And you want to go ahead and supplicate the 16th Lunar Mansion's angel. And that angel is named Azaruel, to manifest your true desires. So you're going to want to petition Azaruel. Some call it a lord, some call it an angel, but you have an L on the end, it makes it an angel. When you turn it from a lord from the ancient Babylonian into an angel for Arabic or Hebrew, or the angelic, the Abrahamic races seem to want to make it into an angel, where the Babylonian it was like a lord, Azaru, and then Azaruel makes it into an angel. But you're going to want to manifest your true desires by petitioning this angel. Now, Warnock states that Beta Librae is associated with the name Zubin el-Akribi. On page 86 of his book entitled The Mansions of the Moon, Western Astronomy, cites Delta Librae as being associated with Zubin el-Akribi, rather than Beta Librae, as Warnock states. Now, Warnock makes the point that the modern Western astronomy scales of Libra are associated with the portion of the larger ancient constellation of Arabic astronomy that are the claws of the Scorpion. This fact is also mentioned by Robson in his book entitled The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology on page 49, where he discloses that an ancient name for the claws of Scorpio was Chile, Chelae. Robson then reveals that the entire ancient sign of Scorpio encompassed 60 degrees rather than 30 degrees. So it's not so much that modern astronomy is right and that ancient astronomy, according to Warnock, is wrong. It's not that one's wrong and one's right. It's that one is one certain culture and one is a different culture. And that's all it is. It's a cultural difference. It is not right nor wrong. Okay? Now, Agrippa reveals also to us some very interesting facts. Now, regarding the angel of Alpha Libra, to which supplication can be made to petition for magical outcome, ask the angel of Alpha Librae, who is named Azaruel, to bring balance between the love of money and compassion for people, lest both are destroyed, for in this mansion these two stars can be used by nefarious necromancers to destroy merchandise, harvests, and relationships, especially to harm women's businesses. Agrippa reveals that the two traditional names for this mansion as being Azubene or Ahubene, to which he refers to it as the horns of Scorpio. It encumbers expeditions and voyages. It thwarts matrimony and wedding ceremonies. It obstructs reaping of orchards and farming yields. It impedes commodities and products. For good, Azubene or Ahubene succeeds for the release and liberation of detainees. Creating images of these things during this mansion brings them to pass. Again, let me restate that. Creating images of these things during this mansion brings them to pass. The image of a man being seated upright on an armchair or a bench while clasping a scale for weighing produce or wares in his grasp causes the increase of goods and stocks during Mansion of the Moon number 16. Agrippa discloses that the rendering of the merchandiser clasping a level or weighing machine is made more potent by forming it as an emblem made of silver, then scenting the icon with fine, spicy, aromatic flora. According to Kabbalistic lore, Libra is ruled by Venus. Libra birthstone is opal. I'd like to give you some of my reference books, which I use, which are very important, especially if you want to do your own research. Firstly, Mansions of the Moon, a lunar zodiac for astrology and magic, 2nd edition, with 2019 to 2033 Mansion Ephemeris, written by Christopher Warnock in 2019, illustrated by Nigel Jackson in 2019, published by Renaissance Astrology in 2019, and very important references to this mansion are on pages 85 and 87. We also use the ephemeris. We use the ephemeris, the magical ephemeris that comes with that. And right now, that should coincide with page 169 in the ephemeris. Now, the second book we want to recommend, 3 books of occult philosophy, Llewellyn Sourcebook series, authored by Henry Cornelius Agrippa of Nettisham in 1533, translated by James Freak in 1650, edited and annotated by Donald Tyson in 1993, published in 2000 by Llewellyn Publications, and the pertinent pages for this lunar mansion is pages 369, 396, and 533 for the angelic being. Thank you so much for joining us, and join us again next time. We're doing all 4 phases of the moon, the waning and waxing half moons, the new moon, and also we're doing the full moons. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Join us again next time.